Now here's just a lesson on how to optimize your sitting posture. Now sometimes the best way to learn how to sit is to initially, for me, to teach you how not to sit so you can kind of feel a difference. So you're going to come up to a chair and have the chair behind you, and you're going to tuck your bottom under like you're tucking under a skirt and then sit down. Now remembering this is how not to sit. Once you're in that position, if you relax your body, you'll find your top half naturally slumps down. And when that happens, there's more pressure on the lower back, there's more pressure on the pelvic floor, and it's also not great for your hips. The other thing that can happen in this position is actually quite easy to cross your legs, which is not a great thing for your hips either. If in this position you try to hold good posture, what you'll find is it's actually quite hard work and you won't be able to hold that. So that's how not to sit. Now that we've gone through that, let's go through how to sit properly in order to optimize your hips, your pelvis and your spine. So what I'd like you to do now is to let your bottom muscles just completely relax. You'll stick your bottom all the way out to sit down. Once you're sitting down, if no one's looking, you can physically widen your sitting bones. That way your pelvis is nice and wide. And the way I like to explain this is if you can imagine like the pyramids of Egypt, they have a really wide base and they haven't fallen down for thousands of years, so a really stable building. So your building structure of your body is much the same. If you make your hips and pelvis as wide as the base of a pyramid, it means that the rest of the spine can stack up with a little bit more ease. So what you'll find in this position now that you've widened the hips and the pelvis is that if you relax your body, you'll tend not to slump quite so far. And if you try to hold good posture, it's actually just a little bit easier. So holding good posture should be an easy thing to do. It shouldn't be hard work, and this is a nice way to set it up. Now in this position, if you also try to cross your legs, you'll find that you can't do it. So you naturally won't fall into the habit of then crossing your hip one over the other. So wide pyramid sitting is what I recommend in order to optimize the load through your hips, your pelvis and your spine. Now for some people, especially tall people, the other thing that I can sometimes recommend is either a wedge cushion. Now a wedge cushion means that the hips are a bit higher than the knees. So you can use that as well. And if you don't have a wedge cushion for sitting, the other thing is you can fold up a thick, like a beach towel, and place it at the back of the seat so the hips again are a little bit higher than the knees. That's another thing that can help.